Hello and welcome to Naptime Nuggets number 50. Half of 100. How come I'm doing all these Naptime Nuggets? It's because of you guys. It's because you keep calling, writing me notes, saying thank you for this. And I'm all about helping people doing the most stressful job in the world, which is raising our next generation, educating, teaching, loving, caring for those people who are just little. They're trying to learn about our world and what to do and what not to do, and it changes all the time depending on who's caring for them. So I really feel for the young kids too. So at Thriving Together, we work to get strategies, tips, and tools that work for everybody involved. So that's why I'm here. So here we are, Naptime Nuggets number 50, winning the sleep wars. Yes, I remember the battle. Let me ask you, have you ever felt kind of like you don't want to sleep? You're super excited to be up. The other night, I was hanging out with friends. We cooked a great dinner. I didn't want to go to sleep. I stayed up way too late. And the next day, I was super tired. Have you ever done that? You're having fun, or maybe you have a lot to do, really enjoying somebody's company, so you don't want to go to bed. Or maybe you're even on Facebook or just doing something mindless, watching TV, what have you, and you just don't want to go to bed. Have you ever been there? Me too. Have you ever done that and then regretted it the next day, been super tired? And then did you do it again? Anyway, a week later, or maybe even days later, you made the same error? Okay, so of course, we all do. So, what can we expect of young kids? How can we get young kids to follow along? Um, think about sleep. We don't even make it a priority very often, even though it helps your brain work properly. It helps you with memory. It increases your performance. It gives you a stronger immune system. It makes you happy and healthier. Yet we often don't value sleep above other things. So now imagine you're 3 or 4, or a toddler even, and you're with your most favorite person in the whole world, your childcare provider, your teacher, your parent, your grandparent. Why would you want to go to sleep? So we get it. We get that they don't want to, but we need them to. We get so tired and so stressed out. I remember the end of a long day just being like, Audrey, just go to sleep, just begging her. I was so frustrated. So today, what we're going to look at is you've set up the environment for sleep. You have really watched for the cues, set up great routine, really helped your child learn how to fall asleep and calm down. But the child is still battling you. They still won't go to sleep. Oh, it's so frustrating, right? So what can you do? Hi, everyone. Raylene Osberg here from Thriving Together, where I bring you tips and tools every single week to help lower your stress, increase your joy, and enhance success when you're caring for young children. Go ahead and like this, subscribe, and you will never miss out on a nugget. So, what are we going to do today? I'm going to leave you with tools that leave you feel like you're winning the bedtime battle. You can win the war. You have some choices, and all those choices are powerful. I'm going to tell you how. Okay, so here I am, Audrey Osberg, my youngest daughter. She's 2.5 years old. I'm going through the sleep class with Mary Sheeta Krasinka while she's writing the book Sleepless in America. So I'm filling out sleep logs. I'm measuring my child's sleep. I'm really starting to amass strategies to help my child learn how to sleep. But still, she's 2.5. So everything in her body wants to be up, right? Well, I remember one particular night I had been working. I was so stressed out and tired. And I thought, oh, I just needed her to sleep. I put her in her bed. She was in one of those loft beds that's kind of up in the air. I put her in her bed. I said goodnight. We had done our bedtime routine. I set the environment up for sleep. I was learning how to do that. And then I went into my own bed to just crash. I was so tired. I lay my head down on the pillow and I hear, Mom! I was so, I just needed her to sleep. I get up, I open the door, I go to walk out into the hallway, and all of a sudden I thought, connection. Mary Sheeta Krasinka always talks about connection, that kids need to connect with us first. I had not connected with her. I'd been so busy doing my student teaching when I was getting my master's degree, working at doing my classes with Mary Sheeter and teaching 10 parenting classes a week. I was so stressed out, but I hadn't connected with her. So I had to do something different on this night. So for this battle, I made the choice to just give in. So I crawled up the ladder to her loft bed. I climbed in next to her and I said, "We're just really stressed out and tired right now, aren't we? It's been really tough. We haven't hardly seen each other. Hug, 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 hug." And I gave her a hug and I took a deep breath and she goes, "Yeah." And she went to sleep. So about 3 minutes later, I climbed down from the ladder. I went in my room, went to lay down, and I thought, you know what? Sometimes you got to connect. So, number one, connect. You got to check yourself. Have you connected lately? If you're doing childcare during the day, if you're taking care of a lot of kids in a center-based place, wherever you are, even in your own home, first ask yourself, have you connected? And if you haven't, even 1 minute of connecting can change around that battle. Now, let's say you have connected. You've been spending time together. You've done your calm down routine. You've read books. You've snuggled. You had your tickle laugh time, whatever it is that helps you guys calm down and the child fall asleep. And they're still fighting you. Okay. So let's do some more. Here's another one. Keep it lighthearted. So all the strategies I'm going to tell you, even going to logical consequences, I still want you to keep it lighthearted, because if you get stressed out, if you get really upset and frustrated with the child, it just elevates their stress hormone. You can't sleep when you're stressed out. So we need to keep it lighthearted and laid back, okay? Think of that night when I went in and cuddled with Audrey. I have had the opposite. I've went in there and yelled at her and told her she needs to get to bed right now. I've thrown consequences at her, things like that. 45 minutes later, we might still be in an entire huge battle. So sometimes you need to just let go, take a deep breath, whatever. Another thing, sleep associations. What do I mean by that? Well, if you as a teacher, educator, parent, if you are the one that helps the child sleep, so if you're rocking them, giving them hugs, rubbing their back, really helping them calm, all the way until they're asleep, then they associate sleep with you. So we need to change it to something else. So one idea is you have every child in your care or in your home have a lovey that they hold that's their little sleep bear or their little sleep doll or their little sleep blanket. Remember Linus from Charlie Brown? So they take their little sleep blanket and you can, or a stuffed animal, and you even have them go around and say, "Good night, light, good night, windows, good night, chair." Remember that book? So have them say good night or good nap time to all the little things in the room and then lay down. So then they're holding this soft lovey, and that is going to be their sleep association. So then if they kind of get restless or they're having trouble sleeping, they can hold that and touch that. So you're going to change the sleep association from you to something else, right? So you can rub their back and help them calm, but when they're actually falling asleep, I don't want you there. Okay? Next, I want you to do something that's called nudging. So what we do is we go, "Oh, I'm with Audrey, I'm hanging out, and now it's time for bedtime. I've done the routine. Good night, I need you to go to sleep." And I walk out of the room and shut the door. Well, if I've always laid with her when she's going to sleep, and now all of a sudden I'm not going to be there at all, that's going to be really difficult for her. So you do it slowly. So first, maybe you rub their back, touch their back, sing vocals for them, a lullaby of some sort. And then maybe you're sitting next to the bed. And then maybe you're sitting near the doorway. And then you're sitting outside of the doorway. And then you're gone. Instead of just an immediate, "I was here, I'm loving you, I rock you to sleep," to, "Okay, now I'm gone and you're going to just cry." No, nudge them that direction. Help them. So here they are, they won't sleep. Here they are, they will sleep independently. How can you slowly but surely work them toward that? Okay? So we're getting to the battle and consequences. I know some of you are wondering, but what if they still don't go to bed? So let me tell you, it's different depending on the age. So for toddlers, you are going to do some of the same things with preschoolers, but preschoolers are their own unique animal. Why? By the time they're 3 or 4, they need to have more control. So here's a 3 or 4-year-old, they're fighting you. You have some choices. You ready? Here's your choices. Number 1, give in. I gave you the story when I decided to give in. Do you just let them stay up and sit at the table and do an activity? Sometimes you might make that choice. Your second choice is, are you going to negotiate? The third choice would be lock in. No, I need them to go to bed no matter what. So when you're faced with the power struggle, I want you to make that choice right away. Which one are you going to do? Negotiate, lock in, or give in? Okay. So giving in, I've already discussed. Let me tell you about first offering a choice. And then lastly, if you're going to lock in, no matter what, they have to listen. Okay. So with preschoolers, let's look at negotiate. Because they need power and control, how can you work with the child so that the child can have some kind of choice? So here's some idea of choices. Would you like to lay down with a book quietly, or would you like to just close your eyes and not have a book? Would you like to hold your teddy bear, or would you like to hold your blanket? So you're offering the choice, but for some reason, they feel they have more power and control because they're getting to choose which one they're going to hold on to. Do you want one more kiss or two more kisses? Is another one. Would you like to read two stories today or three? So if you have a choice that you have given a child around nap time or something, let us know what that is, because we're here together and we're all learning together. But if you decide, you know what, I don't want to fight the battle, I'm going to negotiate, that's where we start getting into the choices. Okay. Do you want to let them stay up and watch one more thing, or do you want to read another book? You can offer that choice. Let's say you decide, you know what? No, I do not want to offer a choice. It is late. We've already done our bedtime routine. I need them to just go to bed. Okay, you ready for this? This is where you're going to say, you need to go to bed. Remember, I'm still going to stay lighthearted and calm. You need to walk your feet to your bed. So I'm saying very clearly exactly what I need the child to do. I need you to walk your feet to the bed and lay down now. Take a deep breath. Calm yourself. Repeat again. We are going to do the broken record technique. So then you say, walk your feet to your bed. Thank you. Thank you for walking your feet to your bed. And then what I want you to do is reduce the amount that you're saying. So instead of getting longer and longer, like, I need you to go to bed, I'm tired, it's exhausted, we already did. Nope, that's more attention. You're going to give less attention. So you might say something like, bed. Take a deep breath. Repeat again. Bed. Do you see what I'm doing? I am not playing. I am serious. I am calm. I am telling the child exactly what to do. So I'm not saying, I need you to go to bed. I'm saying, walk your feet to the bed. You might add a nudge with your hands as long as it's not a physical fighting or aggression thing. You just say something like, by the fourth or fifth time, you might say, okay, let's walk. Do you feel it? So you're going to keep repeating. Now, remember how I said toddlers are different? Well, with toddlers, remember when they get really intense, it's very hard for them to transition. They might not even understand the words you're using. So remember last time when I talked about using a visual chart? So this is when you would, like, let's say it's the pajama time. You would say, pajamas, pajamas. You might show them the picture again. So basically what you're going to do is only give energy to what you want them to do. You're going to keep it simple, and it's not fun at all. And then they're more likely to start to do the thing that you're telling them to do. You have to stay calm, because if you start revving up, you're going to rev them up. So that's tricky, but I know you can do it. So remember today, some of the things we talked about, checking yourself. Have you connected? If you haven't, connect first. Keep it lighthearted and calm. Work on sleep associations. What is the thing that the child gets to hold or cuddle with that's not you, so that they can learn to soothe themselves a little bit more? How can you then start to remove yourself from the situation? First, you might cuddle with the lovey with them, and then they're cuddling with the lovey, but you're sitting next to them, and you slowly but surely move yourself out of the picture. And then remember, with the battle, you're going to choose, are you going to lock in, negotiate, or which is like offering a choice, Or are you going to just give in? So these are your choices. And then if it still doesn't work, are you guys ready? Logical consequences. So how would you use logical consequences in this? Because if you've done all of this and your 4, 5, 6-year-old is still fighting you, notice I didn't say toddler because the toddlers aren't going to understand later. So we're doing this simply with preschoolers. So 3 and older, what would be a logical consequence you could offer? Let me tell you, there's natural and logical. Natural naturally happens in the moment. So what I did with my daughter is I said, "Oh, I'm getting so crabby and so tired." So the next day when she wanted to play, I said, "I can't really play with you tonight. I'm too tired because you kept waking me up last night." By the third or fourth time, do you know, one day she goes like this, "Mom, I didn't wake you up last night." So now I'm gonna play with her, right? So I was setting up these natural consequences. If you don't go to sleep, I don't get my time, and then I have to take that time later, So it's really letting them know kind of what the natural consequences is of their action. So if you want to set up an actual logical consequence that you're going to put into play, it might be something like, it's something that you set up ahead of time so that the child knows, we're going to do this calm bedtime routine and then you're going to go to bed. If you keep pushing, if you keep coming out of bed, then what? Think of what a good consequence. Now, logical means it matches what we're doing here. So maybe it's if they were watching a lot of TV and they cried and they kept fighting to watch more TV, then maybe tomorrow it's they don't get TV or they get less TV. And then the trick is, of course, the next day you have to follow through. That's the hard part. I know from when mine were young, that was the hard part. Is it that then they don't get as much book time? Is it that, oh, they took too much time to go to sleep? Now, after nap, you're not going to have as much time to play outside? What is the logical consequence? And then you let kids know what that is ahead of time. And again, remember, stay calm and lighthearted. Stay calm and lighthearted. You don't have to give a consequence like, now you're in trouble. Now you're getting that media taken away from you. That's a battle. They're engaging you. They're fighting with you. Keep yourself calm and just say, oh no, you're not going to bed. You're choosing not to have your show tomorrow. Oh, that's going to make me sad that you don't get to have your show. And when they're 3, 4, 5, they can get it. They can get that, oh no, I'm making a choice. I need to make a different choice because I don't want to lose my TV. So that's how logical consequences would work. So last strategy when it comes to the given part, here I am with my 3-year-old. She's 3.5 years old. I'm working full time, super busy. She's at childcare all day long. I pick her up. We're rushing to get dinner on, get all our tasks done. I'm putting her to bed at night and she keeps going, Mom, sleep with me, sleep with me, sleep with me. I'm like, I can't. I have all this stuff to do. I was totally stressed out. And then one day I decided, you know what? I'm just going to. Some of you might be going, no, you didn't. Yes, I did. She was 3.5 years old, and I decided because I wasn't getting to see her hardly at all during the day, that I didn't want nighttime to also be a battle. So I decided that I was going to do my nighttime routine with her, sing my last 2 songs, lay down with her in her bed, and take deep breaths and just relax for about 10 minutes. That's it. That's all I was going to do. Sometimes she would be up for just a couple minutes. Sometimes it might even go 10 minutes, but we would just lay there and I would smile. She would smile. We would take deep breaths. And it was just a beautiful, wonderful, amazing thing. I really believe, you guys, that when you have a power struggle, whether you choose to give in, negotiate, or lock in, they're all powerful moves. All of them are powerful. It's you as the adult deciding, you know what? I'm setting the rules. I'm deciding how this is going to go, but I'm working with you to decide what is best for our family, my childcare, my teaching environment, and that's what I did. And some of you might be wondering, did you ever get her out? Because that's the shark music, right? Donna, 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 Donna. Did you get her out? Yes. About, I don't know, 5, 6 months later, she was in the 4s. Life was a lot calmer and she had matured psychologically. So now I could have more of a discussion and say, you know what? I really need to get some stuff done tonight so that we can have more fun in the morning. So I'm going to say goodnight. You can fall asleep on your own. I will check on you one time and then you're going to fall asleep. But when you wake up in the morning, we'll have some of our playtime. And she was able to do it just like that. We were able to turn it around. So at the end of the day, as you know, if you've been watching these three, this is all about your choices as an adult. Are you going to get into power struggle or not? Are you going to let it go? Are you going to model calm and quiet? Are you going to observe your child's patterns and keep stress and down and really look for those cues of fatigue that the child is really tired and get them sleep before they're overtired and wound back up again? Are you going to instill a calming bedtime routine? Are you going to limit screen time to under 60 minutes a day because you know that impacts sleep? It's directly related. Are you going to avoid naps after 4 p.m.? It's not how long the nap is, it's if it's after 4 p.m. Are you going to get enough play and connection time during the day? Are you going to teach older kids about sleep and why it's important and model how valuable it is? And are you going to set up the environment to be conducive to sleep? These are all your choice. At the end of the day, they're little kids. They don't get to have most of these choices. My 2-year-old didn't choose to go to Menards. I did. So when I went to put her to bed and she wouldn't sleep, that was my fault. So we have to take control as adults and really value sleep because in the end, we all do better when we get the sleep we need. Thank you so much for sticking with me, you guys, today. I'm realizing we had a long video today, but this is the most important topic. And I want to tell you, Mary Shita Krasinka has a blog where she's done many great articles. So I'm going to link those on my blog. I'm getting ready to go catch a plane right now for the NACCE conference. So I don't know if I'll be able to get it up before I leave, but very soon I will have that blog up. So subscribe to my YouTube channel, subscribe to my blog, friend me on Facebook, and let's keep doing this together. It's a wonderful journey trying to take care of these kids, but it's also very frustrating and stressful, especially on those days where they're just not cooperating. So I'm here for you guys. Let's keep working together, compiling strategies and being our best selves, because in the end of the day, the kids benefit, right? When we do strategies that really work, the kids benefit. So thank you for all that you do, learning, growing, and supporting those young ones who are just learning. They're learning about the world and they're learning it from us. Thanks so much, you guys. If you like the video, go ahead and like the video down there. Subscribe to my channel. But more importantly, come next week to join me again for Naptime Nuggets number 51. Take care, you guys. I will see you again soon. Much love. Over and out.